Welcome to event number 2, the second event out of 10 featured in our season 1 of racing. It's all points based, no spoilers, but you can see the current points after event 1 already listed in our community tab, so check that out if you're interested. Let's pour out some liquor for Nick Shift and JD McPillar, who did not qualify. Now moving into today's groups, we got McQueen and Bubba together in group 1, racers number 2 and 3 in rank. For the season, it should be intense. One of the crowd favorites, Bubba Wheelhouse, always puts on a show, and of course, Lightning McQueen, who somehow gets it done time and time again. You can never really count him out, can ya? Group 2 features Ryan Laney and Rowdy Revin Bush, both of them needing to shake off the nerves and prove themselves on the track, for they did not qualify for event 1, so it's their first crack at getting some real points here. Let's see what they can do. Now, as the cars warm up, it'd be a fantastic time for you to smash that like button, hit that subscribe. It's free and doesn't cost you a penny, and we can guarantee you some high-octane performances. And now here we've got our Group 1 debut, and ladies and gentlemen, it is stacked. As you can see in their season rankings down below, all of these drivers are within the top 10 overall on the season leaderboards. For instance, Danny Swervez here at 7th on the season, 24 points, and he qualified 24th for this race. And then we've got Bubba, interestingly enough, struggled in the qualifier, barely made it in that last spot, 32nd, which is uncharacteristic. Now to the track we go. First time to have 4 cars down this track, and they are off. McQueen already out front, gets spun around a 180, giving him the death stare early. Garcia fights off Swervez's advances, and now McQueen hits the guardrail, almost goes off the track, but he spins back around, using it to his advantage, and here comes Swervez again trying to pass, but Garcia says not today, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 is gonna be McQueen, Garcia, Swervez, and Wheelhouse. Now let's take a look at the replay. Gorgeous 180 out of McQueen, but you can expect that out of him. We've got others battling too, as Swervez tries to get past Garcia, and then McQueen spinning back around, Garcia doing a 180, and then check this out, Swervez goes to pass Garcia, and he says, nope, not today, I want the second for this run. And if you take a look up top at the points for the group, you can see why. With only the top 2 drivers moving on, every position matters. Alright, it's time for race number 2, and McQueen still in front, but they have shifted positions just slightly. McQueen getting in front, sliding right past Garcia there. Beautiful. He always finds his way to edge to the front, and he does it marvelously. Garcia in tow. Can he catch up to McQueen? We have Swervez behind him, and Bubba Wheelhouse taking up the rear. He's not able to get past Swervez. Unfortunately, another 4th place for Bubba. Take a look at this finish line camera that we've added in. Huge shout out to the producers for making it look gorgeous for you all out there in TV land. Now to the mega jump replay. McQueen had a beautiful get to get out there in front fast and early. I'm a little worried about Bubba Wheelhouse though. That is 2 4th place finishes for him, only 2 points so far to McQueen's 10. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to make it into the next round of competition. Race 3 underway now, and you can see the cars have yet again rotated starting positions, and Bubba's up front, but can he capitalize on the opportunity? We're gonna find out as he stuffs McQueen there and stays in 2nd place. Now they're heading into the 2nd ramp, and oh my, Swervez spun around. Bubba landed on his hood. He gets spun around by McQueen, then McQueen gets spun around by Garcia, and Swervez took the win in that race. That was crazy. We've got a lot to look at in this replay. Take a look now. They go off this ramp. Bubba wants to fight. Look at this. He wants to hang in there, and he proves it by shutting down McQueen. And speaking of McQueen, Swervez does his own 180 off the ramp just like McQueen did, and then McQueen spins Bubba, and check this out. Karma hits him as Garcia spins out McQueen, who still gets in front and takes a 2nd place somehow. Focus your attention up top here. McQueen and Danny currently holding the top 2 spots with 12 and 9 points respectively. Dan Garcia has a shot to overtake Swervez, but Bubba, he needs a miracle. Is this the timeline that we see Bubba make a historic comeback? Let's find out. Bubba starting in the front position. Let's see if he can maintain this all the way through. Dan Garcia bounces off the sidewall. Bubba goes sideways a bit there, and McQueen flips over Garcia. This is exactly what Bubba needs if he wants to move on. All he has to do is take 1st right now, and he will move into 2nd place. Can he get it done? He's still ahead. Oh, but he moves over, and McQueen swipes the win. What a crushing way to lose at the very end. Take a look at this beautiful camera point of view as McQueen just gets in front, and now we can see a do not finish out of Swervez and Garcia, which is what would have given the opportunity to Bubba Wheelhouse to move on. I am so proud of him still for how hard he fought in this one. Wow, and to see McQueen be so dirty and to flip Garcia over and ruining his chances. And again, look at this. It is that bump out of McQueen that caused him to move over. So McQueen fought dirty to the very end, but he moved on in 1st first place. I guess that's what it takes sometimes. It's all fair when it's on the track, right? Congrats to McQueen and Swervez for moving on. We got one more group coming up. Remember to subscribe if you're enjoying the content and turn the notifications on so you don't miss a thing. Now, this group is not as stacked as Group 1 when it comes to star power, but don't for a second count any of these drivers out because of it. At the end of the day, they've all got 4 wheels and every bit the same opportunity to show out when it comes to race day. Busch and Laney both did not qualify for Event 1, so this is going to be their chance to get on the board with some points, so as long as they can keep their nerves in check, of course, it'll be interesting to see how they can rally while under that kind of pressure. Up to the top we go, and race number 1 for Group 2 is underway. Here they go for the mega jump. Beautiful, as Harvey Rodcap is able to get out in front with a textbook jump there. Everybody is keeping perfectly in line. Here comes Nguyen with a mega jump, and after landing goes up on the 2 left wheels there. But what is Rodcap doing? He just drifted a little bit, and Nguyen took advantage and sniped the first place from him. Let's take a look at this replay again. Very nice first jump. Busch bounced around but was able to keep things in check, moving forward, and look at this drift. Nguyen saw him starting to go into the wall, and he's like, I'll take that first place from you, no problem. And that he did. Race number 2 now. They've rotated positions just a little bit, as they will each and every run. Right off that mega ramp they go. Rodcap with a tail whip off the guardrail, spinning in tandem with Nguyen. Down to the second ramp. Rodcap slammed into by Busch. Somehow he comes out of it alive, and Busch tries to pass on the curve there to no avail. Rodcap spun a bit, but he blocks off Busch, and he's gonna take the win from Busch. My goodness, what a fight by Busch, and he still couldn't get by Rodcap. Now check this out. Are those sparks that come off of Nguyen as he landed? And I love that they turn together like that. If their racing careers come to an end, they do pretty good at synchronized driving, so hopefully they exchange numbers after this is all said and done. Now, Ryan Laney is pulling a Bubba wheelhouse in this one. That is 2 back-to-back 4th place finishes. Not a very good position to be in when the 2 leaders are the only ones that are going to be moving on, so we'll have to see if Laney can get back in the mix here now that he's got some pole position starting power. Now have a look at this Rowdy Revenbush with the nosedive off that ramp. He's been landing so hard out of the jumps, yet somehow gets his tires back on the track in an act of sheer willpower. And whoa, Ryan Laney just missed the track entirely and tumbled away. That DNF out of Laney officially eliminates him with no chance of clawing back at this point, and Rowdy Revenbush was able to take that win. My goodness, take a look at this replay. Again, that hard landing by Busch, and I thought everything was fine coming into this second ramp, but somehow Ryan Laney just had a terrible launch and he got rocked. Yeah, with those theatrics by Laney, he's officially out. Basically, it's just traffic on the track at this point. Even though he's out, per the rule book, he must finish out the races. Now, Nguyen is tied up with Rodcap and Busch. However, he will have the pole position start, so he has a bit of an advantage on them for the final race. Let's see how things shape up and how they get things done in race number 4. Here we go. This is it. They better leave everything on the track, and Nguyen with a masterful jump there, landing with all 4 tires on the track, getting out ahead. Busch, who cuts off Rodcap, but he starts getting a little sideways. Rodcap pushes him along, spins him around backwards, but Busch somehow is still in front magically. Look at him go as he passes up Laney as well and puts the nail in the coffin for Rodcap. Let's take a look at the replay. Beautiful jump by Nguyen, who obviously understood the assignment for that run, as did Busch, who masterfully navigated his way through a rough run for the points he needed. Congrats to Nguyen and Busch, who are moving forward to round 2 of the event. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do so before you go, and if you want to see what happened in Event 1, you can click the video on your screen to check it out now, and we'll see you on the track.